I have the new poems on my phone. I have poems that are 15 or 16 years old here that I just found in my kitchen. So I'll alternate reading them. History. I had a rubber knife when I was 6 years old. It was 1955. Rock and roll was busy being born. The world, like now, was secretly mean in spite of its smiley face persona. People hated their own species, just as they hate their own species now. Everything has changed, isn't it? People didn't know when I was young that life was God. Life scared them, so they often tried to kill it. But life keeps popping back up. It is as confusing as love. So I stabbed my prayer hands over and over again with a rubber knife, begging a smart God to get me out of here before I killed somebody. Kids don't do that anymore. They think it's childish. We live in a world where knives and guns are fun. In a truly insane zone, most are not smart enough to know they're insane. Love, God, hate, evil, these are words full of wild, wide sound vibration. Bad vibes. They took over the world a while ago, maybe in the beginning, which right now might be the end. We don't stop being afraid of life. And this I wrote on 16 years ago. Well, I got it out now. I might as well read it. It sort of connects with this. Bureaucracy. I hate bureaucracy. I have a hard time spelling it. Give the bureaucrats free money for spelling their names, then fire them. Tell them to mind their business and never work again. They have no business but the con game of helping others. Ultimately, they superate into prison systems and guard towers that punish those who they have made insane. Let them have a free lunch and live the life of the idle rich if they stop making life possible for people who are employed to shuffle paper for agencies in exchange for money, and impossible for those who desperately need their help. But keep them away from me. I'm living in a tenderloin cootie room in paradise where I have accumulated so much paperwork that I can't keep track of it. The cockroaches in my room are eating the paper up. The cockroaches will eat anything, just like the bureaucrats. Paradise eats anything up too. It eats your wonderful life up until you go to hell. Gone beyond, azure sky and a cold San Francisco wind, magpies cawing in the background, eviscerated pigeons eaten alive by gulls, my words powerless to effect change as a gunshot is heard in the distance. You have to have paperwork or the bureaucrats will kill you. Then after you are dead, the bastards will claim that you wrote yourself off. My dignity was taken from me at an early age. I was typecast to be the weakling, a bullied nothing who should grow up to be a kissed-ass clerk or a subnormal wage slave who goes back to his room after work and jerks off, or a shut-in afraid to leave his room and walk down the long hall to a bathroom. Everyone I ever grew up with who facilitated this image, I could shoot between the eyes right now and feel creative. In my mind, I wipe out generations of bullies and big shots, and many of those loved for their civic-minded duty now. I am so evil. Keep me away from guns. When I was 11 years old, I owned a .22 rifle. I think my parents, my collective unconscious, wanted to kill me with it. When I walked into the field of grass behind my house, turning up rocks to stare at the vermin hidden beneath them, I carried the .22 with me. I always kept the barrel down because, in spite of circumstances, I had an intense respect for life. Death makes people cry. Sometimes I'd walk down the cracked sidewalk of my hick town holding the .22. I'd walk past people trapped in a psychotically psychological bureaucracy. They lived in a small pond and ate dead flies, invading living rooms and sun porches. I suppose they believed in the American dream and were nice people, but they didn't like me. One day, as I was walking down the sidewalk with my .22, a particularly vicious bully named Mike drove by on his bicycle. He was a short punk who had a good voice and sang in the local rock band. Many worthless people are talented. He liked humiliating me more than singing. I hope he's dead now. He looked like Norman Mailer. Bumping his bicycle down the road as fast as possible, he kept looking back at me with a horrified expression on his face. He saw I had a gun. I know now that he was afraid that I was going to shoot him, because he knew that if I treated him the way he treated me, that he would shoot me. Mike was too scared to be anything but a loser and a bully with a drunken father who ignored him. He was normal. What a cliche. I suppose he was basically a nice person, but I don't care. Never occurred to me to shoot him. I live in two worlds. The dream world, where you can do anything, and a mousetrap world called real life. I will die in the mousetrap only to enter a universe of dreams. Screw you, I'm gone. Sweet dreams, idiots.
Mousetrap world.
Yeah, I just found this one about 15 years ago. I was experimenting with Salvia divinorum before they made it illegal, the strong stuff. So I was smoking some blue, some Salvia blue, and I turned into an inanimate object, and I wanted to put that down in words, which is almost impossible to describe. But I've attempted it with this. Catatonia caused by smoking salvia. Salvia is a psychedelic. It lasts about 5 minutes and is 300 times stronger than LSD. Words became souvenirs. They had a past that could be expressed in the present, but there was nothing for them to do now. Their illiterate nature displayed itself in silence. I saw a green rubber crocodile whose mouth was open, smiling at everything. It was an inanimate object slowly decaying inside the shroud of time. I was an inanimate object too. My decay far faster than the croc's. The music of my life was as though it had never been sung. Think back to the time when everything stayed in place, but lost the ability to know itself. Think back to a time when you forgot yourself, and remember now what it was like not to be. You will still be there. After this is over, you will remain the same. This is you without you. It happens once in a while, and is an experience you will never forget. Inanimate objects can see what they are when they're not. Yeah. The devil expresses gratitude to his long dead parents. You like me dead, but not dead. I'm sick of you. No, I don't want to be normal. I'm tired of you making me hate you. I've seen hangings. I've seen murders. Maybe I have nothing to say, but I'm sick of you. I love you. I need you to survive. All gratitude to you, all praise. You make me sick. I hate what you have made me feel. I deserve it. You were so vulnerable. Behind power, I saw tears. Behind arrogance, I saw fear. You were just like me. You're disgusting. I learned how to be as crazy as you. You are a great teacher. I am grateful. If you see me cross the street, inside me you left parts of you. Anxiety, depression, the stink of madness. Thank you. With these tools, I will grow wise. Wherever you are, I hope you're happy. May you live in heaven away from me. Poem for Lord. Take the C out of cap and you have app. Or take the do out of door and you have or. When the runner lost his legs, he became a cripple. When the dangerous man was killed, he became harmless. It's easy not to be. It's a recipe. But now that my love is gone, what am I? channeling my ego. I am selfish. I'm as mentally ill as fish that bite hooks and men who think that love comes out of the barrel of a gun. Everyone is scared of who he or she or it is. They pretend not to be themselves. Only the best actors win until replaced by another actor who will eventually be forgotten. That's business. I want to save all sentient beings from suffering. I am hateful and want to fuck up the system. I'm an idiot. I'm a child. I believe in Santa Claus. I believe babies are conceived in heaven. I don't believe in death. Now I am old and can't figure out if I am a poet or a journalist or a novelist or a playwright or if I am anything at all. You cannot define death. I have no time for death. I am beyond the beyond. I love jazz and listening to it right now. It is my religion. Fuck you. I don't care about your rock and roll. I'm an egomaniac. I listen to chord changes. I've lost my sex drive. That's good. Nobody loves me. I am free. I've lost my mind. That's good. Nobody cares what I think. I am intelligent. I haven't been to a doctor in 20 years. I could be dying. God bless capitalism. It is killing me. When I write novels, I write the word I too much because I'm dying. I will never surrender to the me you want me to be. I am promiscuous. I am not myself any longer than it takes for you to fuck me up. Thomas Wolfe died writing and drinking and drinking and writing. He was a man. I think he was alone. Oh, at the time I was drinking, I was just about 15 years ago. I'm drunk. I am channeling horse shit. No one wants to talk to me unless they can get something from me. Therefore, I have no friend. I am like you. My I is in you and your I is in me. I feel violated. Your love for me is slime. I do not want to be slimed. I am someone who is capable of killing you without remorse, so watch out. I hate reality, but that is because I am the real thing. I refuse to die. I'm a pain in the ass. I am cancer. I am eternal life. I am a cockroach. I am nothing, therefore extremely dangerous. I bore myself. I cannot stand to be alone in a room with me for very long without writing horseshit to entertain the self that is only a scared child. Are you an audience? Are you looking at me now? Attention is a drug. It's an addiction. You were looking at me, aren't you? You love me because you were stupid. Yesterday you hated me or ignored me or wrote me off. Today you stare at me. Am I supposed to think that this show business exhibition is love? I have to be a senile old junkie to believe that. This Latin jazz I'm listening to on the radio is making me brain dead. It is causing me to experience a state of ecstasy. I don't care about channeling my ego anymore. I am God. I am Charlie Parker. I am nothing. Yeah. I am free. I am gone. Only pain remains behind to remind me of who I used to be. I could have been you, but our love affair ended a long time ago. Now I am an international problem. It isn't easy being me. I am spreading like butter over tainted bread. There is only you. I am a background extra. Live in a condo and pretend to feel safe. I will guard you for a price. I do not want to go homeless in a country that has historically been indifferent to losers and has used them as clowns. Give me manna from heaven. I am a wage slave. I need this stupid job. I was working as a condominium security guard at the time. I feel myself more than anything you could do to I fear myself more than anything you could do to fuck me up. I keep myself on a short leash. I am Shiva. I'm in a bunker hiding inside myself from you and me. There is nothing but cockroaches to keep me company. I broadcast live to you in a moment that dissolves before you see it. I am magic. I am sleight of hand. I will walk through walls of fire in the future. I will create dreams for you when I'm dead. In the meantime, I'm not expecting any help. If I honestly look inside myself, I do not see a man or a woman or a beast. I do not see a child or an adult. Instead, I see an innocent dawn of consciousness, horrified by what it created when it woke up and saw itself naked. I'm tired of carrying myself. I've seen it all before. I must go beyond. This is the way. I am guilty of it all. Yeah.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. All right. So Okay, warning from Mr. Smith. My name is Mr. Smith, and I'm warning you. Something out there is alive, big as a ghost bus with gold earrings and expensive wristwatches and 108,000 tattooed arms sitting on location near you on the cold outskirts of the galaxy in a moderately sized backyard, rather bored, a wild six-pack of beer breath metaphor in the center of its head, its toxic body composed of a web-like structure descriptive of any one human inside a mind that despises you and wants to be famous or safe or have an impossibly happy ending to your sad beginning. Quote, Mr. Smith, there's nothing we can do for you except prescribe some soma and suggested you get some counseling. The mouth belonging to piercing eyes set in the cherubic face of a psychiatrist with shiny shoes told me. The rubber trees appear to be anthropomorphized, and I feel that we are both alone on a Sunday afternoon, with the clock hanging over my head, an empty room, the impersonal rain on the roof, a constant feeling of humiliation being the norm. I'm one with the universe. I'm dead. Tomorrow I have to get up and prevent 20 to 30% of my thought processes from disrupting the fine-tuning of the collective unconscious long enough to prevent a terror attack to occur in a far-off land or die jaywalking while chasing a bus. This is a passive-aggressive situation. I am a bodhisattva at the lowest level. I don't have a clue how to save you. I'm Shiva. Now today is Monday and the phone rings and it's not for itself. Now today is Tuesday and the unregistered mail comes without invitation. Now today is Wednesday and a bomb explodes and it's nothing but words. Now today is Thursday and a funeral is held and it's a relief to be in the presence of silence. Now today is Friday and a party is thrown and it's so sad that I want to cry. Now today is Saturday and something is out there resistant to the practice of thinking and is probably a land mammal akin to a whale if it diverged to be born on the Lower East Side from the origin of my species and turned into an antediluvian knuckle-dragging wage slave who is dedicated to nothing but his penis and a few sentimental memories. It has tiny little legs with tiny little toes that twinkle in the dark, setting off invisible radioactive waves that separate the men from the boys in the grand evolutionary spectrum of non-entities. I see it now marching its parade down the center of my street at the exact time I desire to take a nap. It could cause me to act out, but I'm lazy. Thank you. I have to say, I speak for many my age when I say gravity is a pain in the ass for ancient bums like me who just want to fly away once in a while and sometimes forever. But Big Bang probably thinks it flushed turd Earth down the black hole long ago and won't listen to old rocks like me. It does what it wants, damn it. Okay. Sad poems no one reads if they want to laugh. Reality begins where it ends. Birth and death are poets. They compose poems, mostly unread, forgotten, leaving silence behind to mourn. For sound is pop like balloons over a festival of death. Sometimes I hate poetry. Perhaps I should have been a comedian. I really should have been. Oh, yeah.
You got 1 minute.
Would have been a lot better than this. Okay, let's. Okay. All right, what's this? The Fool. What's between genocide of them and genocide of them? What's between murdering it and murdering it? What was between me and the guy next door who hated my guts and punched a hole in my wall? I don't know. I'm a fool. I wonder how much space I weigh. Probably too much and not enough.
Bravo.
Well read. Well done, Ed. Thank you.